Hi everyone, welcome back to Nirja Education. If you haven't subscribed our channel, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Today we are going to discuss very important chapter in Standard 10 Science, that is electricity. This is a very important chapter in Standard 10. So many questions are asking from this chapter. That also numericals are coming. So it is very important. Formulas are also there. So first we are going to discuss the basic terms regarding this electricity. So electricity, you know that this is a familiar term for you, and you will have wondered that why this much of importance is there for electricity in our lives. You know that without current we can't live. So you will have some doubt how the electricity is produced, how the instruments are working with this electricity and all that. So we are going to find the answer for all these questions. So first here I am going to discuss one important law, that is Coulomb's law. This law is known as Coulomb's law. So already the gravitational law you have learned, like the same way only this Coulomb's law. Suppose we are having two charges. These charges are Q1 and Q2. You know that there is a attraction or repulsion maybe between these charges. Suppose these two charges are same. This is positive and this is positive. Then there will be a repulsion between these two. But suppose one is positive and the other one is negative, then there will be an attraction between these two. Positive and positive means there will be repulsion, and positive and negative means there will be attraction between these two charges. And due to that, some force will be there acting between these charges, and the equation for this force is that the force is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the charges. The distance between the charges, we are taking it as R. So this is the statement for Coulomb's law. What is the statement? The force is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. This is the mathematical representation for the Coulomb's law. These two are the product of the charges, and inversely means it will come downside. That is inversely proportional to R square. So this is all about Coulomb's law. Now we will see what is an electric current. Next we are going to discuss about this electric current. First we will see what is the definition of this electric current, and then we will go to detail it in this one. What is the definition? The rate of flow of electric charge is known as electric current. The rate of flow of electric charge, that is known as electric current. Already we have discussed about the Coulomb's law. In that we have discussed that there is an attractive force between the charges. So charges, you come to know about that word electric charges. So here also how these charges are coming and how it is moving, that we will see. You know that the rate of flow of electric charge, that means the electric charges are flowing or it is moving. That is the reason for why the electric current is in the conductor. You know that conductor is only conducting electricity. Insulators, they are not conducting electricity. So to conduct electricity, what is necessary? Already you have learned that one, that is free electrons. In conductors there are free electrons will be there. Due to these free electrons, the metals are conducting electricity. How these free electrons are coming in the metals? In 9th standard you have learned the atomic structure. You know that in this structure you will have the nucleus at the center and the orbits are there. The outermost shell, this is known as valence shell, and the electrons will be there in this shell. So the attractive force between the nucleus and this shell will be, or the nucleus or the electrons will be less here. So it is easy to remove these electrons from this shell. You already learned all that one, how these electrons are moving. The force of attraction will not be there between the electrons and the nucleus and everything. Between the nucleus and the electrons, the attractive force will be very less. So it is very easy to remove these electrons. Metals, you know that so many atoms will be there. So once this happen, for this one we need one force. What is that force? That we will see afterwards. Some force is necessary here. Due due to this force, these electrons will be removed from the first atom, and again one atom the same will happen, and here also electrons will be there, and this will be removed, and here electrons will be there, this will be removed. Like this way it will go on. So you can see the flow of charges are here, the electrons are moving. Because of this movement the electric current is produced. That is what is by this definition means, the flow of electric charge, it is known as electric current. Some other terms are also there related to this electric current that we will see next. Next we are going to see the equation for electric current. So electric current can be represented by I. What was the definition? The flow of charge. Flow of charge means the rate of flow of charge. Whenever rate is coming, we are considering the number of charges that is flowing per unit time. So time will be there in the denominator. So charges, it is represented by Q, and denominator it will be T. So this is mean by the rate of flow of charge. So I is equal to Q by T. This is the equation for electric current. This may be come in 1 mark question, CBSE 1 mark question. All these points are very important. And Q, what is the unit for Q? What is the unit for charge? Already you have learned charge, the unit is coulomb. And T, you should take SI unit. Whenever you are solving the problems in physics, you should take the SI unit. The SI unit of time is second. So coulomb per second, that is the unit for electric current. The unit for electric current is coulomb per second. This can be known as ampere, that is equal to ampere, and it is represented by capital A. So all these are the units for current. I will repeat one. This is the equation for current, that is equal to Q by T. When we are applying the SI unit, the unit of Q is coulomb and the unit of T is second, and this can be written as ampere also, that is A. So to measure the electric current through a conductor, we are using ammeter. We are using ammeter. Ammeter is the instrument used to measure the electric current. It is connected in series. Series connection will be given in the circuit for this ammeter, and all that about this electric current. So using the equation for current, we are going to solve one problem. Here I have written one question. What is the question? A current 0.5 ampere is drawn by a filament of an electric bulb for 10 minutes. Find the amount of electric charge that flows through the circuits. That is the question. So what you have to find here? You have to find the amount of electric charge. You have to find the amount of electric charge. So what is the amount of electric charge? You know that it is Q. So you have to find Q. So what is the equation for Q? You know that the equation for I, you know that. What is the equation for I? That is equal to Q by T. So Q will be equal to IT. So we will see whether we have got all this in the question. I, if they have given I, yes, a current 0.5 ampere. That means you know that ampere means it is current. So I is equal to 0.5. And for 10 minutes, they have given the time also. Time is equal to 10 minutes. But the problem here that you can't keep this 10 as it, because the SI unit, I already told you that you have to convert this into second. You have to convert this into second. You know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 10 minute will be equal to 10 multiplied by 60. That is equal to 600 seconds. This is the time. Now what you have to find? You have to find Q. Then what is Q? You know that. Then Q is equal to IT. What is I? You know that 0.5. And what is T? It is 600. So when you multiply 600 by 0.5, you will get 6 5s are 30 and 2 zeros are there, and after this 0.1, so the answer will be 300 coulomb. You know that the unit of charge is coulomb, so you are getting 300 here. So like this way you have to solve the problem. You should be careful that the unit should be SI unit. Here T is 10 minute, that you should convert, otherwise you will get the wrong answer. So this is how you have to solve the problem that is related to electric current. Next we are going to discuss what is potential difference or electric potential. We will see the definition for electric potential. What is the definition? It is the work per unit charge in bringing a charge from infinity to a particular point. From infinity to a particular point you have to do some work. This work is known as electric potential. You know that suppose here one charge is there, this is infinity. Okay, already we have discussed that to remove the electrons from the outermost shell we have to apply some force. We have to apply some force. So here also you have to apply some force to bring, or you have to do some work to move this charge from here. This is the point where I need the movement of this charge. Suppose this point is A. So from infinity I have to move the charge from infinity to A. You know that we have to apply some force, or we have to utilize some energy, or you have to do some work to move this charge from infinity to this point A. So this work is known as electric potential. Here one more thing is there, when you are applying force or when you are doing work, you know that you have to apply some energy. We have to utilize some amount of energy. This energy is stored in the charge. This energy will be stored in the charge, and when you are moving this side also, it will be stored in the charge only. That means it will move from here to here. Here now it will have some energy. The potential energy that is given, you know that the law of conservation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. To do the work we are utilizing some energy, or here utilization of energy is there. Their destruction is not happening. It is stored in this charge, and it is here this point also, this energy is stored, and this energy known as electric potential. So work done in physics, you know that energy we can take it as work done also. So that is the definition of electric potential. I hope you have understood the definition for electric potential. Next we will see what is the equation for electric potential and the unit for this electric potential. So this is the equation for potential difference. V is equal to W by Q. Potential difference is represented by V. Potential difference or electric potential is represented by V, and the equation is W by Q. We have learned that it is the work done to move a unit charge. So work done means W, and the charge, the unit of charge is, and it is represented by Q. The charge is represented by Q. So the equation is W by Q. What will be the SI unit of this electric potential? You know that W, work done. The SI unit is joule. Already I have discussed that it can be taken as the energy. So SI unit of energy is joule, and SI unit of Q is coulomb. So we can write it as joule per coulomb. Otherwise we can tell it as volt. Volt is the SI unit, and otherwise we can tell joule per coulomb is the SI unit. These two are the SI unit of this electric potential. And voltmeter is used. Voltmeter is used to measure the potential difference between the 2 points. Potential difference between 2 points can be measured using voltmeter. So I hope you have understood the topic that I have covered in this video. Thank you all and have a nice day.